وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala nabiyyina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'een. So let's then inshallah just recap and then continue. Surah Al-Hujurath, looking at the basis of the collective system in Islam on a global level. So we looked at the fact that Allah and His Messenger, what are their rights? To obey them and not to have an opinion before what they have said regarding a matter, and not to raise our voice over the Prophet ﷺ's voice. We're going to now look at the fabric. Now I want you to think, I was thinking about this contemporarily, if we think about it today, in today's day and age is a time where social networking is the norm. Yeah? Global networking is the norm in that regard. And I think what will help us understand the relevance more of these ayat is if we contextualize that, yeah, on a global level. And of course mass media, all these things put together. If we start in that context looking at these, inshallah this will become even more relevant. So the fabric of society. In this section, Allah Ta'ala, He is teaching us, telling us 6 things that we need to be very, very vigilant about. And if you look at all these 6 things really, you will find that these are regarding the honor of other human beings. Yes? Because we hear a lot about human rights, yeah? But we don't realize the human wrongs many times. So this is telling us the fabric, the core, the essence and the spirit of human rights, really. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا. Again, O you who believe, لا يسخر قوم من قوم. Do not let one group of you ridicule or make fun of another. Asa, it may be, أن يكونوا خيرا منهم, that they may be better than them. ولا نساء من نساء, neither should women ridicule another group of women. Asa أن يكون خيرا منهن, it may be that they are better than them. So the first thing mentioned here is sukhriya, yeah, to make fun of. Now, if we think about the basis of ridiculing somebody, it is actually because the person thinks him or herself better than the other person, which is kibr, yeah? Who can give me definition for kibr? Yes. No, but I want definition. Of course, that's the word translation, but definition. From a hadith, if you can, that's brilliant, if you can. Abu should know. Abu, why don't you put your hand up? Huh? Bismillah. Are we making a note of this? Faisal Bhai, sorry, I have to target you. Yes. Beautiful, mashallah. Say again. Al-Kibr is Batrul Haqq. Batrul Haqq is to refuse to accept the truth. Wa ghamtun nas or ghamsun nas, to look down on people. Kibr, this is kibr. So when people are joking or they are laughing, scoffing, taking the mickey out of other people or another person, this is actually the underlying reason. You think you're better than this person. Yeah? And this is happening, isn't it? Online, as Ustad Asim was mentioning. that people are just for jokes. Yeah? Banter, they call it. Yeah? This is another key word nowadays in my school. Banter. Everything's banter. Yeah? SubhanAllah, just like sheep, they just flock after one word and just go for it. No independent thinking. SubhanAllah lazim. Freedom, huh? La ilaha illallah. So do not mock and look down on other people. How do you know what's in the person's heart? Allah may love that person more than you. Maybe more muttaqi than you. And Allah mentioned the women especially because the women, they have more tendency towards this. Because they are very, very minute in terms of their analysis. They are very analytical. And Allah has made them like that for a very good reason. Yes? So do not scoff, mock. Now, we'll mention in Ghiba regarding the hadith of Aisha radiallahu anha. We'll come back to that. So this is the first thing. Second thing, وَلَا تَلْمِزُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. And do not insult one another, it says, yeah? Lams. What is lams? Lams can be many things, yeah? So if you want to make a note of it, it is to criticize, speak ill of, defame, abuse. Usually it is done behind a person's back, this lams. Yeah? So to insult another person. وَلَا تَلْمِزُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Just think about this, how Allah has mentioned this. Do not insult yourselves. Yeah? Yourselves. If we think a global community, as a global community, we think of all of us as one unit. If we insult somebody, they will insult us back. So do not be the cause of people insulting you back. So do not insult each other. وَلَا تَنَابَزُوا بِالْأَلْقَابِ. And do not call each other by bad nicknames. Yes? Names that are derogatory. Insulting names. Names that actually get under the skin of a person. Yeah? So for example, you may have a friend, yeah, at school or wherever, or your brother or sister may call you a certain name which is actually to defame you, to actually, yeah, put you down. As an example, yeah. Person is quite chubby, yeah. So can't call them fatso. You fatso. Yeah? Or person has got glasses, 4 eyes. Don't mean anything, I'm just joking. Or a person is short. Chotu. Yeah? Yeah? Chotu. Or say shorty. Yeah? All these things, Allah Ta'ala is saying, don't do this. Call people by their good names, yeah? The right name. That's why we should give our children the best name. This is the right of the child, to be given a good, proper name. So do not call each other with bad names. But we should give them good names. The Prophet ﷺ gave some laqab, nicknames to some people which were good. Like Abu Huraira. Yeah? Abu Turab. Who is Abu Turab? Sisters, anybody? Yes. Ali radiallahu anhu. That's one chocolate. But can you tell me why? Anybody can tell me why Ali radiallahu anhu was called Abu Turab? Yes, Ikram. And? Why you put your hand in front while you're speaking? Why you make life difficult? Huh? Go on, Bismillah. No, that's not it, because you didn't finish the story. There was dust on his back, yeah? Yeah. So Ali radiallahu anhu, he has an argument with his wife, Fatima radiallahu anha. Prophet comes to see them. He says, where is he? She says, we had a problem. He's gone to the masjid. So he's in the masjid lying down and he has dust. So the Prophet called him Abu Turab. Beautiful laqab that the Prophet gave to him. So, We should be very, very careful about these three things. Let's repeat that, yeah? Not to joke or defame people, not to look down on them. This is difficult because we are many times used to this, yeah? It's culturally part of what we do. We have to set that right. And not to insult people. SubhanAllah, you know the honor of a Muslim is more than the Kaaba. In the 40 hadiths of An-Nawawi, you have read, yeah? That do not envy each other, do not backbite each other, do not hate each other, do not dishonor each other. The blood, the wealth and the ird, the honor of the Muslim is haram. To dishonor a Muslim, can we imagine this? Can you imagine if we implemented this on a global level? Everybody would be secure about their honor. Wouldn't be defamed, would not be dishonored. How would that globe be? Beautiful, eh? Shaitan doesn't want that. Shaitan wants the opposite, as Ustad Asim said. He wants that the people, they would dispute, fight each other, and they would kill each other. This is what Shaitan wants. This is bringing us together as a fabric if we avoid these three things. These three things are usually done face to face. Make a note of that. These three things done face to face. بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان. Wretched is the name of disobedience after one's faith. Meaning after you have become believer, yeah, even to say something which is fisq, disobedience, yes, this is something great. So if you have iman, how can you do that? You can't do that. وَمَنْ لَمْ يَتُبْ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. Then whoever does not now do tawbah after this, you may have done this, these three actions, or you may be indulged in some of these, but if you don't stop now, then you will be doing wrong, yeah? Up to now you didn't know, now you know. You cannot now continue in this fashion. So do tawbah. Now tawbah usually is for major sins, isn't it? This is showing us the gravity of these actions. These are not simple, small things. These are huge in the eyes of Allah. The honor of a believer is something huge. We should always think 100 times before we're about to say something to a believer. Not just to say whatever comes to mind when you are angry or you have a dispute or you have an argument, etc. One point that was mentioned in the tafsir regarding this, that Allah Ta'ala mentioned here, the men separately, not to mock each other, and the women separately, not to mock each other. The tafsir say that this indicates and shows that the men would be with the men and women would be with the women, they would not be mixed. Hence they would not mock each other. Subhanallah, yeah? Allahumma yadina, ameen. Okay. So there's three things that we should not do face to face, yeah? Tahir, can you list them for me without looking anywhere? Just look at me. Tell me the three things that we shouldn't do face to face. One, we shouldn't. Call nicknames is the second one. First one is Brother Akikur. First one is not to look down on them. No, that was not the first one. Abdullah? Do not ridicule or make fun of each other. I know it's difficult now, yeah, but let's inshallah soldier it, yeah. The second one is Abdul Rafiq. Call nicknames. Number 3 is Ahmed. Ahmed Bhai from Bilal Masjid. Third one. Give them bad names, yeah. The second one is to not to insult. This is face to face, okay? Okay. The next 3. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu ijtanibu. Ijtanibu means keep away from it. Turn away from it. Do not tend towards it at all. Kathiran min adh-dhann. Avoid much negative assumptions of dhann. Dhann is a very interesting word in Arabic language. It can mean something that you are not sure of, and it can actually mean full certainty as well. Depends on the context. Inna ba'da dhann ithm. Some assumption is sin. So that's the first thing, yeah? Do not have negative assumptions. We'll mention the detail, inshallah. وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا, and do not spy upon each other. Do not spy. 3, وَلَا يَغْتَبْ بَعْضُكُمْ بَعْضًا, and do not backbite each other. 3 things, yeah? These 3 things are done in the absence of a person. Okay, the first 3 were done face to face. So let's take them now. Dhan is to have an opinion about something or someone. Yeah, to have an opinion regarding something. But this dhan here means to have an opinion based on conjecture, without evidence, without real knowledge. Yeah, just to go on a gut feeling, or to just go on what you may have heard. This doubt can lead to sin. How can we protect ourselves from this? First thing is to make dua. Speak good about others. Yeah? Focus on their good points. Stop trying to change the world, but in fact focus on yourself first. Don't try to look for faults in people. Yeah? So do not have these negative assumptions about your brother. In fact, we should have husnul dhan. We should actually have a positive assumption about everything that our brother or sister does. Even though apparently it may seem a bit unclear. Yeah? Always have the positive assumption. So for example, a brother was going to come and visit you, but he didn't turn up, yeah? So now you say, he's like that, he would never come to see me, I knew it, he was just, no. Have a positive assumption. He really wanted to come and see me. He loves me for the sake of Allah. I love him for the sake of Allah. Something must have come up. Or maybe he forgot. He's human. See? Beautiful, yeah? How it is a fabric for a global community. To have good thoughts about people, not negative. Because shaitan will come with that, yeah? So we need to proactively have this husnul dhan. Qurtubi says this is to blame without evidence. To blame somebody about something without any evidence. For example, that this person, he drinks alcohol. No evidence. Or he is indecent. In your extended learning, make a note, I want you to look at the 4 types of dhan. 4 types. In your extended learning, inshallah. And this has also been mentioned in Surah Nur. Ustad Asi mentioned it already briefly. When the slander started to spread about Aisha radiallahu anha, Allah Ta'ala said to the believers that when you heard regarding this ifk, why did you not then say to one another that this is not true? Meaning you should have had a good dhan, assumption about Aisha radiallahu anha. Okay, next thing. Now, when you have dhan about somebody, yeah, there's a link between the 3 things, yeah? Dhan, tajassus, spying, and ghiba. 3rd thing, yeah? Backbiting. If you have some negative assumption about somebody, he or she is this, like that, does this or does that, especially in their privacy, then you want to find the evidence for it. You want to find the evidence for it, and then you will resort to spying. Yeah? You want to spy on the person, to find them, catch them. Find the evidence for what you want. Allah Ta'ala is saying, وَلَا تَجَسَّسُوا. Do not spy on each other. Do not try to invade into the privacy of people. It's interesting, in the time of the Sahaba, radiallahu anhum, when, I don't want to go into the detail, I'm trying to summarize it for you. When even Umar radiallahu anhu, he found out about certain people in their homes drinking alcohol, yes, he did not then go and spy upon them. And as Ustad Asim was saying, that we do not publicize people's faults and sins. Because this will then have a detrimental effect on society as it is, as we can see today. Because people then will follow that. If you highlight goodness, goodness prevails then. Yeah? So do not spy. To the extent that the Prophet ﷺ said, if a person looks into your house without your permission, and if you were to throw something at that person and it would damage his eye, you are not to blame. To that extent. So we should not, You know, some people, they want to listen to people's conversations through the wall, for example. They use a glass. La ilaha illallah. They want to, subhanallah, what is this? This is spying. This is trying to get into the privacy of people. Think about what is happening today with our data. On a global level. You know about Edward Snowden, and how he has exposed what can be done with our data to pry into our lives. In the name of security and all sorts of things. This ayah, subhanallah, is amazing. The global connection with this is amazing. Subhanallah. Because everybody then is vulnerable, feels as if they have no privacy now left. With these devices, you feel no privacy anymore. You don't know who is watching me, who is listening to me. What does that do to the fabric of society? Trust is gone. No more trust. No more security. No more privacy. You become unhappy, miserable, always in fear of who's watching me, who's listening to me, what is this? That kills the society, So do not spy. وَلَا يَغْتَبْ, and do not do ghiba, backbiting. Definition of ghiba. The Prophet ﷺ asked the ashab, أَتَدْرُونَ مَا الْغِيبَةِ, do you know what is backbiting? What did they say? What did the Sahaba reply to this? Sisters, I gave you first opportunity. Yes, Ibn Nushad. Beautiful. MashaAllah. 2 chocolates, one from last time. Allah and His Messenger know best. Why? Because they know, لا تقدم بين يدي الله ورسوله. You know, in the Maghrib Salah, they recited the first ayah, subhanallah. I had tears in my eyes. I think, subhanallah, that's beautiful. Because we forgot to recite it in the session, alhamdulillah, they recited it in the prayer, alhamdulillah. And last session, you remember last time the course? Allahu Akbar, the same thing. Allahu Akbar. That's lovely, alhamdulillah. Subhanallah al-Azim. So ghiba, the Prophet ﷺ said, ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ بِمَا يَكْرَهُ. Very simple. ذِكْرُكَ, if you can write Arabic, you should write this, ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ. And if you can't write Arabic, then you need to learn it. If you don't learn it, then I can't say what I'm going to do. I make dua for you, inshallah. Learn the Arabic, inshallah. ذِكْرُكَ أَخَاكَ. You mentioning your brother, بِمَا يَكْرَهُ, with that which will displease him. That's simple as that. And of course, you know what happens next, don't you? In a conversation, don't backbite. What do people say straight away? If they're backbiting, you say, don't backbite. What do they say straight away? I'll tell him to his face. It's true. He's like that. She's like that. Prophet ﷺ said, that's backbiting. If the person has the quality and you talk about him or her behind their back, and they would dislike it when they find out. This is backbiting. If you are saying something which is not true, this is buhtan. This is slandering. This is a baseless allegation. That's even worse. So, ghiba, dangerous. You know, ghiba is so dangerous that even to witness it without trying to oppose it, you are part of ghiba. So, for example, 2 people are talking about somebody, they shouldn't, in a manner that they shouldn't, and you just sit there quietly and you just listen. You're part of it. You have to say, don't say that, or you have to move yourself from there. That's difficult, isn't it? Especially when at home, for example, most of the conversation is ghiba, unfortunately. Chacha did this, Taya did this, Pupa did this, he did this, she did this, Bahu did this, Saas did this, mother-in-law did this, daughter-in-law did this, they did this. This is ghiba, all ghiba. You know what happened to the person who does ghiba? Think about this, yeah? The person who does ghiba is giving his good deed to the person who he's doing the backbiting of. So if you backbite somebody, you're actually giving them your good deeds. You know, there's, I can't remember, was it Hassan al-Basri? I can't remember if it was him or somebody else. If somebody knows, then correct me. Who, when he found out that somebody was backbiting him, he sent him, for example, Mambala. Thank you. Because now I have your good deeds. SubhanAllah. Yeah? Look at that, the honor of a human being. The honor of a believer, yeah? SubhanAllah. Some hadith I will mention because I learned these in one khutbah that Brother Hashim gave. One khutbah, I learned these, alhamdulillah. Yeah? I want to share them with you. Two companions, they were out on a journey with their servant, yeah? And the servant fell asleep. The two companions, when they woke up, the servant had not prepared the meal, yeah? So they said, what did they say, you remember? Any sisters they know? Any brothers they know? Yes, Abu? He's a sleepy person, that's all they said. He's a sleepy person. Meaning that he slept, overslept, so he's a sleepy person, yeah? In Urdu we would say susta, yeah? And then, because there was not enough time, they sent this servant to the Prophet ﷺ. And then when he came to the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Ya Rasulullah ﷺ, that so and so, they are hungry, I couldn't prepare, I need to have some food, do you have something, yeah? Prophet ﷺ said, tell them they have eaten. He said, eaten? Now, he didn't doubt it, because Muhammad ﷺ said, yeah? He said, they must have eaten. Went back, said, this is what the Prophet ﷺ said. The two Sahaba, now they're thinking, the Prophet ﷺ said, we've eaten, we have eaten, but we don't know when we ate, how we ate. Let me go and ask. Let's go and ask. Girls, are you listening? Good. Pay attention. When they came to the Prophet ﷺ, he said that you ate when you said your brother is a sleepy person and I can see the flesh in your teeth. SubhanAllah, when I heard that khutbah, blew me away. I thought, oh my God, what am I doing all my life? Scary business. Another one, another hadith. A man came to the Prophet ﷺ, he said, I have committed zina. Prophet ﷺ tried not to indulge in this conversation until he said this 4 times. Until Prophet ﷺ was clear after discussion that yes, he has committed zina, there's no doubt, etc., etc., etc. And then the person was stoned. Yes? Rajam. And then 2 people, when they were witnessing this, they said that this person, Allah covered him, but now look, he has been stoned as if a dog is stoned. Yeah? And the Prophet, when he found out about this, and he was walking on the way, he saw a dead donkey. He said to them, the Sahaba called them to. And the Prophet said, you should eat this. They were astonished, shocked. Because they said, what you said about your brother, yeah, is worse than this, to eat the dead donkey. It's like you eating his dead meat. Because now, listen to this is amazing. Now that brother of yours, who you accused or you defamed, etc., or you said, is swimming in the rivers of paradise. Because he did tawbah. SubhanAllah al-Azim. For a believer, it's win-win. Win-win situation for the believer if he obeys Allah and His Rasul. May Allah make us from amongst those people, Ameen. The hadith of Miraj, the Prophet ﷺ, when he saw the people with nails made of copper, very sharp, yeah, and they were scratching their faces, tearing the flesh off their faces and their bodies. Prophet ﷺ inquired, who are these people? What have they done to deserve this? they were told that they backbite and they slander people. SubhanAllah, something that seems so little is huge. And one of the reasons why there is punishment of the grave is backbiting. The other is what? Who can tell me? With the hand up? Yes. Yes, to not be careful regarding urine. When you go to the toilet, to wee, yeah? And you don't care about it. You don't wash it properly, you don't take care of it, and of course then it will mess you, your clothes up. This is such a great thing that this leads to punishment in the grave. Wa'iyadu billah. We ask Allah Ta'ala's protection against that. So ghiba is a major sin. Yeah? Needs tawbah. It's not something small. Now look at this. This is amazing, isn't it? That the honor of a human being is such that you should not assume anything bad about the person. You should not then go and spy on the person, and you should not say anything bad about the person behind their back, even if it's true. So what you should say is only good, or remain silent, as the hadith says. Now, the sister asked a question earlier, and I said I would try to answer it now, about tawbah. You know, the conditions of tawbah, the fourth one we mentioned was that if a person wrongs another person, so for example, the person backbites, yeah? So how should the person do tawbah? So there's quite a lot of discussion on that in detail, but just to summarize it, the person should then start to at least say what is good in the person, instead of having said what is bad. If the person thinks that if he was to go to the person and ask for forgiveness, and it will be a positive response, then that's an option. However, if you go to a person who doesn't know you've been backbiting them, this may actually cause more problems. Yeah? So that might not be the best action. So you should start to talk well of that person in the sittings or places where you spoke evil about the person. So this is tawbah. Yeah? In that regard, that you try your best. Khair. One ayah and we finish, inshallah. Ya ayyuhan nas. Now Allah Ta'ala, He is addressing, yeah? Who? Who is He addressing? Mankind, yeah? Mankind. Inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa untha. We have created you all from a single male and a female, meaning Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa. وَجَعَلْنَاكُمْ شُعُوبًا وَقَبَائِلَ لِتَعَارَفُوا. And we made you into tribes and nations so that you may get to know each other, you may know one another, you may recognize one another. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. The most honorable amongst you are the people who have the most taqwa. Inna Allah alimun khabir. Verily Allah, He is aware, He knows, and He is completely aware of everything. So look at this, how Allah Ta'ala, He is telling us as a human race, Allah created all of you from a single parent. Yani a single, not parent, two parents, yeah? Adam and Hawa. That brings all of humanity together, having two parents. Same, yeah? Or no? This is the common link between every human being. But at the same time, Allah, He has made us different, and there are divisions in that we are different, from different regions, different languages, different cultures, etc. But this is for management purposes, for us to be able to manage things. If we all were the same, for example, if we are all same color, same hair color, same eye color, same skin color, same language, that would be quite boring. Yeah? Okay? All these variations are there for us to actually get to know each other and to be able to recognize this is so-and-so from so-and-so. You know, for identification purposes, makes sense. Yeah? Unique identification of things, we need that, yeah? Otherwise it becomes confusion. This Variation is not the basis of your superiority or inferiority. This is not the basis. The basis is your taqwa. Can anybody remember? I don't know if did I give you definition of taqwa in any previous session or not? Taqwa. No? Yes, no, no? Okay. Taqwa is the following, yeah? 4 points, according to Ali radiallahu anhu. First is al-khawfu bil-jalil, which means to fear Allah. Al-khawfu bil-jalil. The second is al-amalu bit-tanzil, to act upon the revelation. The third is rida bil-qalil, to be happy with even that which is little. So the first was al-khawfu bil-jalil, to have fear of Allah. The second, al-amalu bit-tanzil, to act upon the revelation. The third, rida bil-qalil, to be happy and what's the word I'm looking for? Content. Jazakallah khair. Content with what you have, even if it is little. And finally, istidal li yawm al-rahil, to prepare for the day of departure. To prepare for the day of departure. You know, so look at this. This is Ali radiallahu anhu saying, and it rhymes. He is very well known for his ash'ar, his poems. Ali radiallahu anhu, yeah? He used to speak in that language, if you know what I mean. Amazing, subhanallah. In fact, I have another one of his here. He said, An-nas min jahati tamthil ikfa. Ibrahim Adam wal Hawa. See, again rhyming. Meaning that people are all from the same type of skeleton. Their father is Adam and their mother is Hawa. So he just, this, subhanAllah, amazing. So the distinction is taqwa. And who knows the taqwa? Where is this taqwa? Where is taqwa? Maminal, where is taqwa kept? Yeah, the question was, where is taqwa in a person? Yes, sister? Huh? No, where is it according to the hadith? At-taqwa ha huna. The taqwa is here. You should know, you're a doctor. Alhamdulillah, good. Yeah, so only Allah knows what's in the heart. That's what will differentiate the people on the Day of Judgment. Not nationality, not tribe, not profession. There's so many things, unfortunately, people have taken them wrongly to divide people and to look up and down on people. Yeah? These are not things that we should use to feel superior or inferior. La ilaha illallah. Inna Allah alimun khabir. Verily Allah, He is all knowing, all aware of what you do, who you are, whether you are doing good, bad, etc. Taqwa. One last quote from somebody who is not Muslim, but he said something about Islam from his studies. This is Arnold Joseph Toynbee. Yeah? He is a British historian, philosopher of history, quite well known in that sphere, and a research professor of international history at the London School of Economics and University of London. He was around in 1889 up to 1975. Yeah? So, but Toynbee is somebody who is respected in philosophy of history especially. He says about Islam, the extinction of race consciousness as between Muslims is one of the outstanding achievements of Islam. And in the contemporary world, there is, as it happens, a crying need for the propagation of this Islamic virtue. Subhanallah. The haqq is haqq. Yeah? I repeat it. The extinction of race consciousness as between Muslims is one of outstanding achievements of Islam. Because he's analyzing Islam in that perspective. And in the contemporary world, there is, he's talking before 1975, even today we have the same issue, if not worse. And in the contemporary world, there is, as it happens, a crying need for the propagation of this Islamic virtue of race, equality. And you know the last sermon of the Prophet ﷺ. No Arab is superior to a non-Arab, no non-Arab superior to an Arab, no black person superior to a white person or a white person. All of you are, except by piety and good action, and in another hadith, all of you are from Adam, and Adam was created from soil. Everybody equal, yeah? Khalas, simple. Alhamdulillah. There's no issue with that anyway. Khair, I'm going to end there, inshallah. We're going to have a very quick session now. You are going to, in fact, run this session now. As you see the last page on your booklet. Yeah. I think we do it, you can decide. But if I do it like this, if you tell us what are the main points of amalu salih, righteous actions in each session, and we just write it up. Yeah? Is that okay? Is it clear, the exercise? So the exercise, girls at the front, listen to the exercise, is this. That you will actually tell me what are the main things mentioned regarding what is a good righteous action in session 1, session 2, session 3, session 4. Just bullet points, yeah? Nothing long-winded, no explanation. Because we want to do this, inshallah, quickly. So, so session 1 was Surah Al-Mu'minun, yeah? So what is righteousness in that? What is an amalu salih there? Quickly. No. Surah Al-Mu'minun, the one you did for pre-course. Salah. Good. Anything else from there? Purification, zakah. Let's write zakah. Good. Anything else? Okay. So staying away from lagh, yeah? From lagh. Anything else? Khushu, yeah? Good. Sorry, this auto-correction is a problem, eh? Khushu. What else? Guard their trust, yeah? So amana and ahad, yeah? Ahad. Yeah, so there's amana and ahad. Anything else from there? Okay, let's move on to session 2. Unless we can come back to it if you want. Session 2 is now Surah Al-Furqan, yeah? What was there in terms of Amal Salih? Sisters? Arsala, tell us one thing from Surah Al-Furqan. So humility, yeah? Walking with humility, yeah? So humility or hawnan. Good. What else, anybody? Peaceful. Yep, in their reply. Next. Spending in moderation. What else? Pray at night. Good. What else? Making dua. Very good. Against what? Protection from hellfire. Jazakallah. Jazakallah khair. Okay, what else? Sorry, can you say that again? Immense and intense love. Where was that? I'm trying to think. Okay, Ibadur Rahman. So they have, okay, so Ibad, meaning that they have intense love and subservience to Allah, yeah? Submission, let's just say. Oops, astaghfirullah, bismillah. Submission. Anything else from there? Okay. Do not witness falsehood. Good. Anything else? Okay, pay attention pay attention to the ayat. Anything else? Okay, stay away from major sins. Huh? Somebody else, come on. Aqiqur Rahman bhai. Go for it. Shine, you're next. Then Then Abdul Rafiq. Then some sisters. Speech, what speech? Soft speech. Okay, good. What else? Huh? MashaAllah, good. Jazakillah khair. Jazakimullah khair. Jazakumullah khair. Tawbah? So we are revising quickly, eh? Good. That's the whole point of this session. Ikram bhai. Udhar nahi dekho, give me something new. Don't look there. Let me try and make the font a bit bigger so everybody can see, eh? Astaghfirullah, what happened there? Where did that come from? La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Astaghfirullah. The secrets cannot be kept secret, eh? Subhanallah. Okay. Anything else, sisters? Okay, let's move on to 3 then, eh? Session 3, which was what? Which surah? Tahrim. So what is righteousness there? Action, good actions. So stick to halal, let's say, yeah? Akhi, Tawheed is answer to every question, so don't give me that. Now this is Surah Tahrim. Look in your booklet, yeah? I don't want to test you, I want you to look in your booklet. Abdullah, give me something from Surah Tahrim. Surah Tahrim. Allah. Okay. What's that? And family from hellfire. Okay, what else? Tarbiyah, good. And what else? You sure? Was that right, Asim? Not to expose sins? Okay, good. Okay, good. So good characteristics of wives, yeah? Very good. So let's maybe do it in there. So they are who? Believing, sorry. Believing. So obedient, let's say. Repentant. Worshipping and traveling. I think you didn't mention that maybe it also means fasting, no? Okay, khair. Traveling, let's say. Anything else? Taghaful. Oh, mashallah. Taghaful. Anything else from Surah Tahrim? Keep secrets and trust. Also, let's say trust and secrets as a summary. So, stick to halal. Do not make vows to... That's long, bro. Yeah? Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Anything else from Tahrim? Okay, let's move on. What's next? Isra?
Sorry, can I
Yes, please. Yes.
you know, and what to do when you want to break the oath. So it's the, how do you word it?
Kafara, yeah?
Yeah.
Kafara. Okay.
Or when you break an oath, yeah.
Okay, kafara for oath. Yeah, breaking oath. Anything else? Okay, session 4, Surah Al-Isra. 16 points. I'm not going to write them all down. Yeah? Yeah. Abdullah? Huh? Are you trying to tell me something? Allah, I understand. You're here, aren't you? Yes, Abu? Why are you so big like that again? Huh? Okay, so do not commit shirk. So Tawheed, yeah? So do not commit shirk, yeah? Did you say it, Naid? Sorry, you don't have a voice, unfortunately, here. Astaghfirullah. I'm not going to go through those points. I think there's... we all know those points. We did that already, yeah? Okay, let's go to session 5, which was the last one now, yeah? So what is Amal Salih on a global level? Amir, I need you to hit me with one. Quickly. What is this obsession about not killing children? Abdul Rafiq. Can somebody give me the attendance so I know the sisters' names? I can call the names out, please. I don't know the names. I don't know who to call. Abdul Rafiq? Okay, good. Do not put your opinion above Allah and His Messenger. Jazakallah khair. Very good. Excellent. What else? Before that, do not raise your voice. Yeah, over Allah, especially the Prophet ﷺ. Yeah, this is focus there. What else? Sister Mehnaz. So obey Allah and His Messenger. Sister Fatima. Taqwa. Good. Have taqwa of Allah. All the sisters now, please don't be afraid. I'm not going to call anyone out now again. I don't want to put you under pressure. Who have an aqiq brother, please? Good. Okay, so no negative assumptions. But what was before that? So that's later on, isn't it? Okay, good. That's good contribution. Alhamdulillah, at least I got some. Amr, still you haven't said something fresh. Okay, do not defame. Good. Or give bad names. Or insulting names. Sisters, something else? Ghiba, yeah? So that's afterwards. Ghiba. What else? Yes. Do not spy. Anything else, sisters? Yeah, so this is talking about the honor of a Muslim, yeah? Let's say that, yeah. Anything else? So respect, which is, we'll take it. Elders and teachers. Shine's happy now that he's a teacher, alhamdulillah. Huh? Alhamdulillah, that's good. MashaAllah. Anything else? Anybody? So that's yani not to raise your voice over the Prophet ﷺ, to respect the Prophet ﷺ, yes. Yeah, so that summarizes at different levels amalu salih. Yeah? So when we have a dawah conversation with somebody and they talk to us, they ask us about amalu salih, what is good in Islam, you will start with what? Mabinul. What will you start with, yeah? No. I'm talking about the whole course that we've covered so far. Faisal, what will you start with? Sorry, I woke you up. Amna, from the whole course so far, if somebody comes and asks you, what's the concept of goodness in your religion, righteousness? What will you say? Which part of QFC so far you've studied you'll mention? Surah, of course, answer to everything. Specifically, goodness is... What is goodness in Arabic? Good, Jazakallah khair. Bir, Ayatul Bir you will start with, yeah? Then you might go to Amal Saleh, individual. Yeah? And then family, then societal, then collective. You might not have time to go through all that. I'm just giving you some framework here. Because now we know, alhamdulillah, Quran says this. We can tell them, we can tell people this is what Quran is saying. And we can then relate it to current affairs. Are you with me? The whole point, not the whole point, but the main objective of the course is to give us Quranic understanding so that when we give da'wah, we speak from Quran, inshallah. Okay, good.